Today I'm going to talk about the P. Diddy case, and I'm going to try to play devil's advocate on things that I would have done, things I would do if I'm him. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent. With everything alleged, I think he's guilty, and I'm going to cover some of the things that are alleged, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. But I'm going to be honest, on the Cassie case, not knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have paid her as well. And why wouldn't I paid her before? It's because I would assume that she still had feelings towards me, or she will not be courageous to file a lawsuit against me since we had time together. And before anybody says, I would have done it, I would have done this, and so on, if you're divorced and your wife is the one that submitted the papers, you wouldn't have done it. Why? Because the same case with your wife, that you didn't think that she was going to submit these divorce papers because you had all this time together, and next thing you know, she filed the divorce papers. You didn't expect that. You didn't think about it. You thought an apology was going to fix everything. And maybe P. Diddy felt the same thing. Maybe he didn't feel like everything that he was doing was wrong. While you were thinking over there about your wife not doing it, she probably already had somebody else. She probably already had plans without you. She already had plans on what she's going to take from the house while you were still pleading and not thinking she was going to do it. And so the same thing is with P. Diddy. As soon as that lawsuit hit and it went to court, that's when he paid. And I think that was the first big downfall. I know Orlando Brown, I know Cat Williams and so on, but that was the biggest blow. Why? Because now there's a paperwork with things that are said that are alleged against you. And now people could piggyback on that scenario and say that, yes, this happened and that happened. And next thing you know, what she said, like I said, it's allegedly, but I think he did it. What she said, it now becomes more realistic. Now, if I know what I know now, would I have paid her? Of course I would have. Because that is what I consider the downfall. We could talk about all these artists that were saying he was a bad person, other people saying that he was a bad person, things that are alleged about him, like I said, alleged, that all is just words that the next news article, the next news sensation was going to cover that up. But with Cassie, everything is just rolling downstream. As for Cassie, one of the things in her lawsuit was that P. Diddy was looking for big rods for her. And the coincidence is that I think now the Little Rod incident or whatever he's doing is going to be his fault. This is like the second avalanche, what I consider the second avalanche, and the thing that is going to take him down. And now with Brandon Paul, he got caught with two substances. With Little Rod said that he's the mule. I'm not sure if they caught him on the plane or something like that. That's what I read. I didn't even know P. Diddy had two jets. I'm not gonna lie. But he got caught. For people that don't know who Brandon Paul is, like I say, he's the mule. He used to be an NCAA or college player. He scored 0.2 points in college. Stephen A. Smith scored 0.5. That's 0.3 more than this guy. And 0.5 is ridiculous low, okay? It's hard to score 0.5, to be honest, unless you're like way far at the end of the bench. And another thing of Little Rod's lawsuit, there's Ethiopia, the ex-CEO of Motown. I think she's going to cooperate. I think they're going for P. Diddy. Now, what would I have done if I'm P. Diddy? And imagine I still would have not paid the lawsuit of Cassie. Because if I would have paid the lawsuit of Cassie, it would have been a lot easier. But let's play the devil's advocate, and I didn't pay her. The first thing I would have done is destroy those hard drives. Get rid of them. Because if you didn't get rid of them, and all the signs are that you're going to get raided, just get rid of them. And the reason I say that he was going to get raided, at the time of Cassie, I didn't think he was going to get raided. But after one thing, after another lawsuit and another, and people talking about it, I felt like he was going to get raided at that time. And I would have got rid of those hard drives. I'll give a good example. I just got rid of a storage room. I had 8 hard drives. I got rid of 7 hard drives. And I'm innocent. I haven't done nothing. I just didn't want people to see my hard drive with the storage room and do a 1+1 and say, oh, it's this person. So I went through all over Austin. This was in Texas. And I was just dumping hard drive after hard drive in a certain spot to another trash can until I got rid of all of them. And I think he should have done something similar. But of course, I would have demolished the hard drive. Because if he has all these evidence, I would have demolished him, destroyed him. Acid, I don't know. But I would have done that. Like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not rooting for him. But I got to think with my criminal hat right now on what would I have done. Now, for the third thing I would do, and this is me not fleeing the country. Me not doing Russell Simmons, or me not just leaving this country and leaving everything behind. Because I think that in his mind, he probably thinks he's still innocent, or maybe he assumes they didn't find nothing, or people ain't talking. Because I heard that he's over there threatening Little Rod, or going to see his family, or sending people, not him, okay? This is all allegedly. For me, if I'm still thinking that I'm innocent, I will not go to the houses that got raided and talk. If you watch Netflix and you watch the Guardian, I'm not sure they're called tapes or whatever, you know that they had bugs on his place, on his bar. As soon as they found out that he was not talking on the bar and he was talking in the apartment behind, they put bugs in there. I will not talk. I will not have nobody talking. I will not have nothing. Why? Because even if you don't talk, other people might go to your place and talk, and that's going to look bad on you. It might be the sons. It might be the maid that saw something. It might be whatever. And that's going to be a downfall. I will not talk in those 2 mansions that they raided. I don't know if somebody's taking a plea deal. Like I said, Ethiopia, I think she's going to take a plea deal. But I think also people that have been going down, I think they're just taking a plea or taking reduction in the years. This is just my assumption. And it's the next guy going down. It went from Bill Cosby. They probably told him, I'm just making this up. They probably told him, take a plea deal, tell us something that you know. He said R. Kelly. Now R. Kelly, take a plea deal. We'll do a reduction in years. Next thing you know, it's P. Diddy. Next thing you know, we'll say it's P. Diddy. P. Diddy, they're going to probably tell him the same thing. And next thing you know, he's going to say something. I'm not going to go through all the alphabet. We'll start after I and end with Z. And that's the next person down. And then so on and so on and so on. But all this, like I mentioned, all this wouldn't have happened if he would have paid the lawsuit. If he would have paid the hush money. Vince McMahon has the same thing right now. He should have paid her. It would have been over. Like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not rooting for them, but playing the devil's advocate game or playing with the crooked hit, that's what I would have done. I would have paid that person. Because right now, Vince McMahon is going to go down in another case. I think he's going to go down. Weinstein went down. Epstein went down. R. Kelly went down. Bill Cosby went down. And with the opening of the New York for the extended of the lawsuits that they could do on these type of lawsuits, it helped piggyback on him. So I think he's going to go down. But that's what I would have done if I was him. And I know a lot of people may not like playing the devil's advocate or me rooting for him. I'm not rooting for him. I'm just saying what I would have done if I had my crooked hat trying to be innocent. Because right now, to be honest, with everything about P. Diddy, everybody going against him, or a lot of people, and then, like I said, Cat Williams, 50 Cent, he's funny. He's just making jokes about it. And I think he knows he's going to go down. And one thing that I saw, this guy he used to be at LAPD, and he used to be like security for death row. And I agree with him. that people that do these things, people that steal, and they find it as something that they always have to do, even though that the cops are behind them, they will still keep those things. And I think that P. Diddy kept some of those tapes. Maybe not on his possession, maybe on somebody, a friend of his, or whatever the case might be. But I'm sure that there's still tapes out there because, like the LAPD person said, you want those souvenirs. We've seen it with these serial individuals that they keep little things, IDs, and so on. We've seen it with the Blink case that they kept certain things that because they think that they're not going to get raided or they're going to go investigate them. So I think that these tapes are still out there. If there's tapes hidden, like the hidden camera ones that they had in their clubs and their bars. Now, another thing that I just want to say about all these rappers from all these times since P. Diddy, odds are that one of them was holding tight on them sheets while P. Diddy was saying, take that, take that. I'm pretty sure there was at least one. It could have been whoever, so-and-so to so-and-so. It might be the person that you least expected. We already know that he was fighting for the Kellogg's with somebody for breakfast. We already know that some people were going there when they were minors to his place. And I don't know, if you have white nails and you were with him, it kind of iffy right now. But that's all I got. I think he's guilty, by the way. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, not make the same YouTube as others. Thank you, and thank you for watching.